The mayors of Ventura and Riverside wagered strawberries against oranges on last night's welterweight bout at the Staples Center. Former champ Victor Ortiz of Ventura had much more on the line, though. A pay-per-view title shot in September against Canelo Alvarez. All he had to do was beat Josesito Lopez of Riverside, a fill-in for Andre Berto, disqualified for a positive PED test. Now, there's Ortiz's September opponent, the Mexican Canelo Alvarez, the champion, sitting ringside, just a few seats away from Jack. Nicholson taking in some great boxing action. They witnessed an exciting back-and-forth battle. Starting in the second round, Ortiz hurting Lopez with that straight left. But in round 5, echoes of that Mayweather fight as Ortiz punches Lopez in the back of the head. Remember, he had the headbutt against Mayweather. Ref calls time as Lopez fell to his knees. Clear foul by Ortiz, but Lopez took a little rest, decided to fight on, and on we go. He'd actually take over the fight. In the 7th round, he puts Ortiz backpedaling, landing a series of looping lefts and rights. Then round 9 is the pivotal one. Ortiz will back up Lopez. Then they exchange blows along the ropes. Lopez will end up with the big left right on Ortiz's jaw. They'd go back and forth. They would finish the round, but on the replay, you could see Ortiz with his mouth open as he gets pummeled on that jaw. It appeared to stop the fight because in between rounds, Ortiz said his jaw was broken, and they stopped it. Huge upset at Staples Center as Riverside's Josesito Lopez wins by TKO after the 9th round. So we welcome in the new champ of the WBO, belt included. As you watch that, what comes back to you? What do you see when you look at it as an observer as opposed to being in the ring with him?
It's exciting, you know. I work hard for this, so to see my hard work, you know, be brought up. It's enjoying.
Josesito, we saw that rabbit punch that the referee just missed. I mean, obviously there should have been a penalty there. There wasn't. Did that kind of get you going, or did you just kind of shake that off when it happened?
Yeah, somewhat. That got me going a little bit. But you know, it's a punch that was obviously illegal, and you know, I just needed a few seconds to recompose myself and get back in there and fight.
You know, you've been wearing a T-shirt all week that says "Smells like an upset." You were very confident. Most of the boxing experts said Victor Ortiz was too big and too powerful. How much of a motivator was that for you?
You know, I think my motivation was Victor Ortiz, and I know I could beat Victor Ortiz. And going into the fight, we took the fight because we knew we could beat Victor Ortiz. So, you know, Victor Ortiz was my only motivation, and that's all the motivation that I needed.
I read earlier in the week that you, much like Phil Jackson, the old Laker coach, said, you zen'd this. You stayed in the moment. You said, I'm going to worry about the fight and nothing else. And did I read correctly that today is your mom's birthday?
Today's my mom's birthday, you know, and I was so focused on the fight that I had no plans for my mom's birthday.
Well, I think you could give her that. You could give her the belt.
That's part of her gift.
Was she at the fight?
Yes, she was there. She's always a wreck in the fights, so she's in and out of the bathroom, taking sneak peeks, calling on the phone, seeing how the fight's going, you know, so she's excited that I won.
You know, it was an amazing moment after the fight. You get up on the ropes and, you know, you're just responding to the crowd at Staples Center. Did you pick out your mom? What did you see when you got up on the ropes after the fight?
You know, it's a moment that you can only dream of. You know, I've only dreamed of this, and you know, I was happy, I was excited, and I was on top of the world.
I read you said that this was your Rocky moment, that everybody had not given you much of a chance outside your inner circle. When you look at this, you know, very few people get a Rocky moment. You said you saw it coming and you knew you could beat Ortiz. Is it what you envisioned before, or did it actually exceed expectations once you beat him? You
know, I knew it was going to be a war in there, and I prepared myself for a war, and that's what I was willing to go. I was willing to go through a war to get the victory, and there was never ever quit in me, and I fought a war, and I came up on top.
You know, Canelo Alvarez is sitting there at ringside. They got a September 15th fight already scheduled, no matter what happens in this fight, although he had to win this fight. Now, he's a junior middleweight. There's a big pay-per-view for that fight. You had to move up and wait to fight this fight. Is that a possibility, or is that just too much weight to put on?
You know what? I think anything's a possibility. I'm willing to fight anyone. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm prepared and I have a good training camp, I'll fight anyone. So, you know, there's a possibility to fight anybody out there.
What's it been like since last night when you won? What, I mean, has your phone been ringing off the hook? Have you been to sleep? You haven't stopped smiling, and you shouldn't. What's it been like since you pulled this off?
You know what? I think I got some well-deserved rest last night. I somehow managed to just turn off my phone, and hey, I'm going to get some rest. And you know, we're taking care of ourselves. You know, it hasn't fully sunk in yet. You know, I'm just glad this fight is over because my training camp was long and hard.
I bet.
You know, it's a grueling 8 weeks to go through. You know, for a fight of this magnitude.
You know, you're and Chris Arreola are both Riverside guys. You both have fought on the same card before. Have you heard from him yet? And what's it mean to Riverside to have this belt for you and to have two guys that strong in boxing right now?
You know, it's exciting. It's great. You know, Chris is one of the top heavyweights out there, and he's going to be a world champ soon. And you know, it can't wait for him to get that title also.
How you feeling physically? Obviously, you mentioned it was a war. He got some, you know, you got most of the good shots, but he did get some in there on you. How you feeling today?
Oh yeah, you know, I'm feeling banged up. I was in a war, you know, so you know, I'm feeling banged up, but I think overall I'm feeling great. I'm great. I'm excited, and you know, I'm ready to get back in there and training because this only motivates me for my next.
And what is your mom's name?
Delfina Lopez.
Delfina Lopez. Happy birthday, Delfina.
Mom.
Yeah, Happy birthday, Mama.
Okay, congratulations, Josesito.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks
Great
for coming
story,
on. We
man.
look forward
Thank you for coming in.
Next time you may not be the Rocky, you'll be the favorite. There's a whole lot.